Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and Brittany and I went ahead and filmed a workout. We only filmed her lat pull downs again because we're working on her deadlift technique. I'm really unhappy with it, and when I try to film it, I can't coach her at all. So she did her lat pull downs and just filmed me. I'm going to be honest with you guys today. I walked in the gym really tired, thinking this was going to be a terrible workout. And I'm like, you know what? I went ahead and planned on filming it. I'm really sleepy. I'm really tired. The scale was up. I've been cutting. I'm down 21 pounds, and this is one of those days where I stepped on the scale and it was up 3 pounds at the gym. I mean, in the morning, that's when I should weigh the lightest. And I'm sitting here going, well, I shouldn't have gained weight. I did all my cardio this weekend. I haven't had any cheats on my diet in over 2 weeks. Like, I haven't had anything not allowed on my diet. It's been bro as fuck. Literally nothing that would even be considered a refined carb in there. So my diet's been on point. My cardio is really good. In fact, I did an extra 30 minutes yesterday. So I was kind of surprised that the scale was up, but I'm like, what the hell? Let me just do a little more volume, right? If my body is wanting to hold on to a little extra water weight, it's probably intermuscular water. Let's put it to good use. What the hell? Let's see if we can stimulate a little muscle growth, even though I'm cutting. So I went ahead and did more volume on my overhead pressing. The first set, I'm not going to lie, felt sloppy. Like, it just felt sloppy. It felt awkward, but you know what? I didn't care. I started grinding it out. And around the third set, which is this one, it felt really easy. So I'm like, you know what? Last time I filmed, I did 4 sets, right? I've been doing 3x5 on this. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and push it out to a 5x5 today. I actually feel reasonably strong. Yeah, I know I'm doing 3 hours of cardio a day. Yeah, I'm down over 20 pounds, but I felt strong. Even though I was sleepy, I was lethargic, the scale was up a little, I felt strong. So what the hell? Let's do a little more volume, right? Let's put it to good use. I mean, that's the way I like to think of these things right now. Okay, if my muscles are holding a little extra water today, let's train a little harder, right? Probably got a little better leverages, and I did. Everything was good. I was actually happy with this 4th and 5th set. They weren't overly heavy. Now, the other thing is, people need to remember, some guys will come in and chime, well, I can overhead press 185. I'm just as strong as you. I'm like, well, I can overhead press more than 185 also, guys. I've been doing 5 sets of 5 and cleaning it up off the floor. I would say this as nicely as possible. That's not a max lift. That's not how it works, guys. Your 5x5 you clean off the floor. I should certainly hope I would be able to lift more than that out of a rack. So just perspective here, guys. I'm in the gym to build strength, not demonstrate it. Nothing here is all out effort. This is just strength building, strength maintenance, muscle maintenance while I'm trying to lose body weight and body fat. And you know what? It's working, right? Some guys are even saying, you look a little bigger. Well, I promise you I'm not, because I'm not blasting gear. I'm down over 20 pounds. Usually don't get bigger when you do stuff like that. Just kind of explaining in the real world. Now, guys on a bunch of trend do. What's trend and growth hormone? Sure. I'm not doing that, though. So, no, I'm not getting bigger, guys. I'm just losing body fat. And that's just how things work. When you lose body fat, you look bigger. And when I lose another 20 pounds, right? Because I lose 20 pounds and guys are like, man, you're starting to look a little bigger. Well, let's see if when I lose the next 20, I'll probably look even bigger still, right? It'll be really funny if I get down to 200 pounds and I look bigger than I did at 250. But that's probably what's going to happen, because that is how these things work. Size is oftentimes an illusion. Bodybuilders know that. Strength athletes, people who care about fitness, we may not focus on that as much, but that is reality. You get leaner, you look bigger. So, is what it is. I'm over here doing my last set of these, and yeah, I was happy with it. I'm like, you know what? I haven't done 5x5 with this weight on this exercise. I've done 3x5. I did 4x5 last week. So I'm happy with that. You know what? It's like, if my body wants to hold on to a little extra water this week in the middle of cutting, hell, it might be trying to grow. Maybe my shoulders will grow a little bit. Maybe my triceps will grow a little bit. Let's push a little harder. Let's have some fun with it. And you know what? I did the same thing today on deadlift. Normally, I do 4 or 5 rep sets with 495, right? That's typical for me. I decided to increase that a little bit because I felt strong. After that overhead pressing, I'm like, you know what? I did an extra set of overhead press. I feel good and warmed up. I feel decently strong. So I decided to up my deadlift too, and we'll get to that in a minute. But there's Brittany doing her lat pull downs. We decided to throw this into this morning because people were asking me this morning. They're like, we heard Cali Muscle or someone say, Brittany broke up with you and left you. So I woke her up this morning in bed, and I said, baby, the internet says that we broke up and you left me. What are you doing in bed? It's like, I don't know. Let's go to the gym and let's go get some filming done. Like, okay, well, let's go do that. So there she is. I'm filming her. She's right there. Right there on camera. There you go, doing her little pirouette. All right. There's my deadlift, my warm-up set. So yeah, I did this warm-up because I was debating in my head. I'm like, let me see how this warm-up feels. I might go a little heavier than normal today because I'm going to do 495, 500. So I did this 405 warm-up, and that felt really easy. Like, it felt like 315, 350 tops. So I'm like, what the hell? Let's throw a little more weight on the bar, right? So I went ahead and threw 515 on. And I'm like, you know what? I can do 5 reps with this today. We can do 5 reps. And there I am, setting my coffee down, chalking up, getting in my zone, getting my breathing on there. Here's the trick, guys, and this is what I want to tell a lot of you guys. When you don't have extra recovery, the deadlift is one of those exercises you need to be very, very careful about how much psychological arousal you get. Now, if you're doing one peak set like this, probably okay to get a little psyched up. Don't overly psych yourself up for strength building on the deadlift. Save that for when you need it. When you need it to hit a PR, to hit a competition. Deadlifting in the gym should be about strength building. It's not an all-out effort. Now, I'm not going to lie. This, with me cutting, me in the middle of weight loss, doing this for 5 reps was relatively hard. Was this close to a 5-rep max for me right now? Honestly, yeah, it actually was. I normally like to leave a rep or 2 in the tank, but this one, the 5th rep, here it goes, a little slow. I'm not going to lie, that's a little slow. That's a little grindy. I don't think I could have done 2 more. I don't think I could have done 7 reps with that today. Could I have done a 6th? Probably. Probably. I don't think I had 7. So it was probably a little higher RPE than I'm used to doing. That's probably in that 8 to 9 range on the rate of perceived exertion scale. And that's okay though, because I felt a little stronger today. I was holding a little more water weight, so I'm like, well, let's put it to good use. So I put more focus on my 2 most important exercises, and that's the overhead press and the deadlift. Those are the exercises I care about the most. Now, I'm also not going to lie. After that deadlift, I felt it. I decided not to front squat today. Normally, I've been front squatting after I deadlift. Today, it was one of those, you know what? I just did 20 pounds heavier than I was doing the last couple of weeks on my work sets. I'm in the middle of cutting. I just don't feel like front squatting. I don't think I have it in me today, so I didn't. I'll come back and front squat in a couple days. 2 or 3 days from now, I'll come and do some heavy front squats. Today, just not going to happen. I needed to go ahead and get my real accessory work done, like my rows. So I did pin lay rows. You know what? I'm not going to lie. These were a little tough after deadlifting today, but I did them, and I got my 3 sets of 8 in. I was happy with them, but yeah, they were fatiguing. I definitely, if you guys notice, I'm taking nice little pauses there between reps, resetting myself, because yeah, I'm having to dig in a little bit. They were relatively exhausting after deadlifting today, especially after doing that extra set of clean and press. These were definitely fatiguing. And yeah, I know 225 on a pin lay is a relatively lightweight. It's not particularly heavy for a guy of my size and strength. But again, after deadlifting this 3x8 with these was tough. It was tough. Like, I was definitely having to dig in, especially the 3rd set. This set looked easy, looked easier than it felt. But I'm definitely getting tired, definitely having to reset. You notice I'm resetting my hips and everything on reps. Getting tired, you can see it in my face there. But yeah, this last set, it was tough. Because I think last week after doing that, after doing the front squats, I went to do my 3rd set of 8 and I stopped at 6. And I'm just like, fuck it, you know, I'm done. I'm done. But this one actually went okay. It was tough, but I got them all. And then I did some abs for you guys after. Now, over to ab work. Before I even get to it, people say, why standing ab work? Well, every other exercise I do is standing also. Where do I personally need my performance? I need my performance when I'm standing on my feet. And that's the thing I would say to a lot of guys. If you're an athlete in a contact sport of any type, when are you going to get hit in the guts? If you're already on the ground, you're already in trouble. So you're probably not going to get hit in the guts when you're laying on the ground. You're playing rugby, you're playing football, kickboxing, boxer, whatever you happen to do. You're in a contact sport, you get hit in the guts. You're probably going to be on your feet. Standing ab work's beneficial. Same thing. You want stronger abs. You want a stronger core for your deadlift, for your squats, for your overhead press. Are you laying on your back? are you standing on your feet? You're on your feet. In fact, the only real time I can think of that training your abs while laying on your back is useful might be for sex when your girl's on top. Okay, that it might carry over to that. That's probably pretty useful. Might be useful for that, but outside of that sport specific application, I can't think of any other reason off the top of my head. Maybe BJJ guys who are doing floor work, okay, might come in handy then and for certain sex positions. But outside of that, why are people doing ab work laying down? You need your core to be strong when you're on your feet. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.